Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. И всем привет из здравствуйте из Новой Zealand. How is everybody? I hope everybody is having a great weekend wherever you are in the world. Now I just really wanted to talk about a subject really quickly. Is a question that a lot of people have been asking me. Was it different for me as an adopted child? Now it's a question. Now before I show you guys what this is, I just really want to say thank you so much for watching my videos, learning about my story and watching my journey on YouTube. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. Please click subscribe if you've not yet subscribed, and please go ahead and check me out on social media as well. We've got all sorts happening. And today actually I just really want to say a huge thank you to those people who have been tuning into our I'm Adopted talks as well. I'm Adopted is a community I created 5 years ago now for adoptees around the world to share their stories, reach out to others and ask for advice and support. So I not only do the YouTube stuff, I also have a really great community that helps other adopted people around the world. It's a very important cause for me and I like to raise awareness for adopted people because connecting is very important. I hope that speech wasn't too long. I'm joking, it's not So anyways, I grew up in a small town up north. I came to New Zealand when I was 2 years old and I was adopted when I was 2 years old, of course. And I don't remember anything from Russia, from my orphanage. Now here, this is all here. This is a lot of photos of my life. And the reason why I'm holding this is because I'm showing you that, you know, it's important to me that, and it's very special that I have these memories of my life because I didn't feel it that much different being adopted, to be honest. The only thing that was really different would have been I had a brother that was 3 months younger than me. We both looked similar. People thought we were twins. There was often question about asking where did we come from, and my name. But other than that, a lot of the stuff was quite normal in my childhood. And my parents have always been open and honest about my adoption and just everything in their story and when they went to Russia. And in fact, this is the exact box of photos that they always show everybody. And if I just quickly, so this is the exact photo album of all my childhood photos. And hold on, there we go. Just everything is there, just everything. So these are special to me, these are very important to me. And I just want to say, like, obviously, when I was a child, people would often question my name, Sasha. And in primary school, I did get bullied for that name because here in New Zealand is not considered a boy's name, it's considered a girl's name. But in Russia, Sasha is a boy's name. It's also a form of Alexander, or Alexandra as well. So when I was growing up, I was called Sasha. It's legally my first name, but Alexandra is my middle name. So when I went to primary school, people would often ask you, what's up with your name? Where did it come from? People are either interested or just really just trying to joke about it and say it's a girl's name. And I would often say, look, Sasha is my name. It's from Russia. I'm very proud of that, and I was always open and honest about my story with other friends. I had a good circle of friends I trusted very much. I keep in touch with some of them to this day. Sadly, I've lost 2 of my old friends over the last few years, but with my childhood, it wasn't really that different. The only thing people would often ask, really, was, you know, why did you, to my parents, why did you both adopt from Russia? And it wasn't a negative question, it was just a lot of curiosity from people, and my parents would always talk about it and very open and honest. So to me, it's very important to grow in such a family where they were open and honest with us. A lot of parents, you know, every family is different, every parent is different. Both of my parents were always ready to sit down and talk to my brother and I all about Russia. We had Russian videos, Russian photos, everything was there in our family, and I really am very grateful for that, really thankful for that. But during my primary school years, a lot of people did often ask about the bowl cuts. It was just a haircut at the time. We had very blonde hair as children, as 5-year-olds, up until I still got blonde hair now, but it's obviously darker. But when I was very young, me and my brother looked the same, as I mentioned before, and it would often be the question like, where are you both from? My brother's name is Andre, and that's a Russian name as well, and Sasha. So Andre and Sasha is definitely not typical Kiwi names. Well, in my sense, it's not. But I was always there to talk about it. I was like, yes, this is Russia. This is where I come from. This is perfectly fine with me. I was always open and just ready to talk about it. So that was my childhood. If people ask me how different was your childhood as an adoptee, that would be my story with that. And that is how I just grew up, just understanding that this is part of my life. This is where I come from. I'm happy to say I came from an orphanage for the first 2 years of my life. I was happy to say I was in an orphanage for the first 2 years of my life. And I didn't know my birth parents. It's what I always said all the time. And everyone was very fascinated about it, or people would often question, why would you go all the way to Arkhangelsk, Russia to adopt the 2 children? But everyone has a different story, and everyone has a different outcome, and everyone has a different journey. So that's definitely why. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to you guys who have been following the I'm Adopted community, the Facebook page, the website, the I'm Adopted talks. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Just if you're adopted, or if you're an adoptive parent, you can check out the community. Go ahead and have a look, because it's very useful for adoptees, and I just really am so thankful for you guys. Please click subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to my channel. I want to keep that going, keep this going, keep the journey going for you guys, and please have a good weekend. And until next time, спасибо большое, и до свидания из Новой Зеландии, и пока. So this is the photo album, the box, all the photos of really my childhood, and I've shown you guys photos many times before, but this is just, it's endless. There's a lot of photos here, and they're very special to me. They are in a closed box. They're in good condition. But yes, this is, oh man, can't show you that one. That's very embarrassing.